Welcome everyone. Out of the woo here. As the recording of this, it is Monday, December 5th, 2022, the birthday of Mr. Walt Disney. It's a little later in the eve. In fact, looking at the clock right there, it is just about 6:30 p.m. I am in the mood for some Walt chili, and I have discovered there's not a whole heck of a lot of places on Disney World property, which isn't too far from Celebration, that serves just the chili in a bowl. There's a Mosquito. Oh, wow. Right there on my arm. The Polynesian Resort serves it in a bowl. Every place in Magic Kingdom serves it on a hot dog or fries, but I want to eat chili like Walt did to celebrate his birthday. So I'm heading over to the Poly, and then I'm going to go into Magic Kingdom and see what I can see under the nightfall, the shroud of nightfall, after it has reared its head. Join me. Happy birthday, Walt. Shall you? And if I focus on this, I might see the minute hand with the bicycle move closer to the 5:30 point. I guess it would be like 5:26 or 5:27 right now. You know what? I probably should book a reservation as well. I guess I should probably go on the My Disney Experience app and see if MK... Oh, there it goes. Okay. I'm going to see if I can get a reservation for Magic Kingdom. If I don't, I'll just go to the Poly and that'll be it. As of 6:45, this is what I-4 westbound is looking like. This time of the night, well, rush hour in the morning and rush hour at night, pretty busy. And not just people on I-4, but also people past the Mickey Power Pole that are leaving the parks. You can see over there, that is out of WDW, just trying to get on I-4. And this is what it looks like the other way. Yeah, really backed up. I will say, however, from my direction, heading into Magic Kingdom, I don't have to hit any of that. I don't have to get on I-4, I don't have to get on Highway 192. It's pretty much just smooth sailing through here. I should also mention, I forgot to book a reservation, so I'm gonna try to book one when I get up here and park. Even though I am going to the Polynesian Resort, I am not gonna park at the Poly, I'm gonna park at the TTC parking area and just walk by Polynesian and Grand Floridian and then over to Magic Kingdom. And I have parked over in the Villains section, 423 Scar. I'm gonna choose to walk it. No tramming for me today. As I've been walking, I've been attempting to get a reservation. I keep hitting the back icon, and then pretty much all three of the other ones, except for Magic Kingdom, are available. Now this could change, you know, every couple minutes one might pop in here, but no luck yet. You can see how it's kind of silhouetted out there. Just Studios, Epcot, and Animal Kingdom are the only ones available. I'll keep trying though. The park doesn't close till 11 p.m. I think the fireworks are at 8:15. So I got plenty of time. It'd be kind of nice to do a little post-firework parking. Well, this is parking, but I mean in the park, you know, doing some fun in the park. Parking. Crossing the streams of the trams. Still no luck on the reservation. I keep trying, but I pulled up Captain Cook's menu here over at the Polynesian, and check it out. Not only is it Walt's chili, but it's Walt's favorite 1958 chili. $4.99. I might have to get two of them. This is the only place I've seen on property that clarifies it as Walt's favorite chili. And there's a date stamp on it, 58. Now there is a walking path. You don't have to go through the checkpoint over there like you're going to TTC. If you want to go to the Poly, you can hit up one of those little checkpoints on the way in if you're going over to Magic Kingdom. But if you're just walking over to the resort, just walk right from the transportation center through this little alcove area, through this little alleyway. Look at this. I can almost taste that chili. I can almost taste it, Walt. Born in 1901, if he was still alive, he would be older than Methuselah, older than dirt. He'd be 121 if he were alive today, which would be interesting if he was still running the company. One of the things that people always ask is, do you think Walt would be proud of the way the company is with the decisions of the modern day? The answer is, I have no earthly clue. But if I had to guess, I would say probably not ecstatic about it. Really the only way I can chime in on that is, you know, Walt, if he was trying to throw money grabs out there, he was doing it in a lot less discreet or more discreet way, in a hidden way, than the company does today. The money grabs today are very in your face. Where if Walt was doing that, which I don't feel like he was as dramatically, he was a lot more discreet about it. That's pretty much what I can say about that scenario. Inside the Polynesian now, I am ready for my food. I'm here, prepare my order, and there it goes. Captain Cook's 3 items. Ordered a beverage and 2 of Walt's chili. I think Walt's chili will pop up on this little order details. There's a train, and there was that is some sort of like a wrap. That is a milkshake. No Walt's chili. There's a Mickey. I figured I walked all this way and head over here for the specific reason of getting some of Walt's original chili with onions and cheese and whatnot. I might as well go for the gusto and get 2 here inside the Polynesian Resort. Look at this. Little tiki right here with the lei and everything. I love it in here. It's such a nice resort. And speaking of the man himself, right up here is him and his wife, Lillian, up there with they are really in the mood there. There's a tremendous amount of leis around there. I guess this would be called leis. Yeah. Look at that. He looks very serious. Look at that serious face. He's eyeballing that chili. Ah, yes, the quick service goodness of Captain Cook's. So good, in fact, they don't even spell the entire word out. No, just C-A-P-T period Cook's. I mean, I understand what it means, but yeah. It's short for Captain. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I've made the walk from Polynesian over to Grand Floridian with a monorail going by on the other side of that beam. There's a lot of construction going on, so you have to almost go onto the main road past the golf course in order to get over here, so it's a little bit out of the way, but I'm in it to walk it. Perfect. This one's for you, Walt. Well, 2 of these are going to be for Walt, because he liked his chili. And it's very interesting that I couldn't find anywhere in Magic Kingdom that sold the chili just by itself without the dipping it on a hot dog or having it on fries. This is what we're dealing with. A little cheese, a little chili, a little goodness. Is there beans in this? Oh yeah. I was kind of worried by walking from one resort to the other. They're side by side. It wasn't going to be warm. It's still warm. That is good. It's got just the right flavor. Walt's 1958 chili. Not 57, not 59. Why the 58? Oh man, I'm glad I got 2 of these. This is so good. I still gotta check and see if I can get a reservation for MK. They're all booked up. I dropped the ball and didn't book one earlier. Worst case, I just won't get in. Still nothing. Still showing all 3, but not Magic Kingdom. Monorail. I can see why you like this chili. Pretty good layer of cheese on there. Got the meat, the beans, a little 58 flavor, 1958 flavor. And if there's another place on property that has the chili without being in a bread bowl, without being on fries, and without being on a hot dog, I need to find out where it is instead of having to come to the Poly. Even though I'm eating this at the Grand Floridian, outside by the monorail platform. This is really good chili. To be honest, this is really good chili. I'm not a chili connoisseur, but this is good. I've had a lot of chili in my day. This is good chili. There is no one in the pool over here at the Grand Floridian at the moment. No one. And the fireworks are about to happen at Magic Kingdom in like 10 minutes. And if for some reason I am able to get, I love the fact that they got the lights under the monorails. If I can get a reservation and get in there, I will be going upstream against everyone leaving the park after the fireworks. It should clear out. Another solution would be to take the monorail over to, look at this, crossing of the monorail streams. I could take the monorail over to the Epcot loop, scan in, and then come back. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot, but worst case, I could do that. Let's see what happens. I'm almost there. Now at Disneyland, if you book Disneyland, you want to go to DCA, you don't have to scan into the first park before going to the second park. Curious if that works this way too. Or if you get DCA and you want to go to Disneyland, you don't have to scan in to Disney California Adventure first. As long as you book one, you can just go right into the other, as long as it's after 1 p.m. I think it's 2 p.m. here. Might be. Don't quote me on that. But it might work since it's after that time frame. It might be feasible. Ooh, I hope they're not locking this. Ooh, they're about to lock this up. No! I need to get through this gate first. This is where they let out the electric light parade on the water, because this is a revolving bridge. Hopefully I can make it through here in time. I've never watched this happen before. Look at this. This whole thing is going to shift. Okay, that's pretty cool. So not the whole thing doesn't shift, also the fireworks are going off. But so basically it starts, it's planted there and then it turns this way. It is now fully open, all the way perpendicular, parallel to the little causeway, a little riverway here, and then the crossing of the two monorails there. And they're about to pull the barges out. Yeah, this is like a new experience for me. I knew they do this, but I've never seen it with my own eyes. It worked out perfectly timing-wise. Now, of course, they do not have the lights on because once they have to get out into 7C, to get out into 7th. So there's the pilot right there at the bottom of it. So there's a person, there's a team member, cast member piloting it down there. So I've always wondered how they do this. So there's one pilot there guiding it, captain I should say, and then this one's attached to this one. So there's one captain for 1 barge, 2 barge, 3 barge, and then 4 barge. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 7 barges is just one captain behind the wheel. So there's not, for some reason, from looking at it from a distance, you would think there's one for each one of these, but really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with one captain that's piloting it. And probably someone at the back. Oh yeah, there's a captain at the back too. So you got 2 cast members for each set of 7 barges. And I could sit and watch all of them pull out, but this, I mean, look at this. Look at this view over here. I'm gonna try to walk in and see if I can scan in. I can always go to guest services and ask if it's like a park hopping thing or not, or worst case, like I said, I could just walk over there to the Contemporary. There's plenty of options. I can get my steps in. Look how beautiful this looks. Look at the fireworks there. I got to see a little behind this. It's pretty cool. I get to see a little behind the scenes of them pulling the barges out for the electric light pageant. Fun fact, the electric light pageant on the water predates the electric light parade at Disneyland. That's where they got the inspiration. That's what I've heard anyway. I just checked and Epcot Center's open till 9:30, so there is a possibility I could just take the monorail over there. Of course, I got to do it before everyone mass exits the park out and scan in over there and then pop back in here. So there is that possibility, but I'll see what happens if I try to scan it. Fireworks are over. I made it in. Everyone's heading out. I'm heading in. There are a lot of people in here, and it was no problem getting the reservation. They said that very soon you'll be able to scan in. They haven't done it yet, but they're going to be having it where you can just scan in to any park after 2, but not yet. Yeah, this is really like a whole entire vibe right now, post-fireworks vibe. I'm going to cut over to Tomorrowland, try to get on the raceway because they haven't lit up for the holidays. They have it for the Christmas party. The Christmas party's not happening tonight, but I think they're probably going to have the raceway lit up, so hopefully I can get on it and see that. There's a lot of people exiting. Probably the clearest path would be to go through Tomorrowland Terrace here, got up this way, and I was kind of saying about how, you know, Disneyland after 1, you can pretty much scan into the park you didn't even have. You don't have to like scan in to park hop, and the cast member was saying there are strong rumors that actually might take place here very soon. But it was no problem just going to guest services and having them switch from Epcot to here. Oh, check it out. There's a 50th stitch right here. Like my Magic Band is kind of illuminating. I can't really hear anything because the noises are so, there's a lot of crowd noise, but yeah, there's a 50th stitch up there. Yeah, the castle looks great with all the like illuminate, you know, the lights on it kind of shine. Look, there's my Magic Band lighting up again. Stitch is probably making a noise. Since it is a non-Christmas party night, the lights are not on over there. Sometimes if you come in on a Christmas party night, starting at 4 p.m. when the Christmas party ticketed guests come in, they go ahead and turn the lights on. So by 5 or 5:30, even though it's 6 o'clock, they kick everybody out who doesn't have a ticket. If you're an annual pass holder in here, you can see the lights all lit up. Because it's not a Christmas party night, they're not lit up. However, I'm still going to do it either way and possibly see some of the Tron testing over there, which it's been launching about every 30 seconds or so. Number 47, pulling away from the station with the people mover going by over here. Beautiful. I haven't been on this in the evening hours in a long time, but yeah, during the Christmas party, they have all these trees illuminated and lit up. They have been running Tron non-stop. I'm hoping to see it where it's even lit up for the evening hours. Just gonna keep the camera focused on it. I think it's about to launch. Some flashing lights over there. Now I've heard like, oh, there it goes, look at that. Oh, beautiful. I've heard once a ride is completed and ready to roll, they need like a few months of testing before they can let guests on it. And I'm sure that's the case as well. They're saying spring for an opening date. But if it opens up before that, hopefully I'm in town when it does. I'd like to go on it. And I'm kind of assuming they're not going to let anyone film on it. In fact, it has just been announced that you're not allowed to have a camera on Space Mountain anymore. There's some signage up. I'm gonna go over there and show it. So the other night, I filmed it. Didn't realize you're not supposed to film it anymore. So that will be the last time I ever film on Space Mountain for posterity. And I'm curious if any other attractions and rides are gonna follow suit, like Guardians, any of the extreme attractions. I think you're always gonna be able to film on, you know, Pirates and this, for example, and Dumbo, things like that. But coasters, you know, they're probably going to put the signage up on Rock and Roller, Space Mountain, Tron, maybe even Expedition Everest is up next. Good thing I've documented a lot of those in great detail over the years. Yeah, I don't foresee rides like this, them doing away with filming. Just the extreme rides. The extreme rides make total sense to me. I would imagine it's probably a hazard. Someone could drop a camera or drop a phone. So it was fun while it lasted. It was fun filming on the coasters while it lasted. However, maybe GoPros will be allowed on Tron. Maybe GoPros will be allowed on Space Mountain. Big Thunder, ooh, is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad up next? Maybe I have filmed Big Thunder Mountain Railroad for the last time. And now over in front of Space Mountain, and I will read the little washboard that's here. Handheld or loose articles, including cell phones and cameras, are not permitted while riding. Items must be secured on the person in vehicle storage pouch and left with a non-rider, including cell phones and camera equipment itself. And they now have ride storage as well. But the interesting thing about that particular washboard, it's not a vague washboard sign where, you know, like a little, what do they call it, little trifold things where it's like a little pyramid that stands on the ground. I call it a washboard. But it has Space Mountain written across the top. It's not a vague one that you can put in another attraction. Talk to the cast member, and they seem to think that they're probably going to do it for Tron as well, Rock and Roller Coaster. You know, it's all hearsay. But maybe some of the other, you know, more intense attractions and whatnot, because people lose items on there. Thankfully, I've never lost something, but I could definitely see how, if you're holding a phone, usually I'll use my little Manfrotto kind of stick and whatnot. It's interesting too, the other day, was it 3 or 4 days ago, I was on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, and I went up the lift hill, and a cast member came over the intercom and said, no selfie sticks allowed. Put the selfie stick away. I don't have a selfie stick, I just have a little handle on my Canon G7X. Not sure if they were talking to me or talking to someone else. Could have been someone else at the front with a big selfie stick. Although, maybe that has something to do with them not wanting you to film on the intense ride. So I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. But I will never film on Space Mountain again. My Space Mountain filming days are now over until they either change it or remove the washboard or let people film again. And I'm very curious to see if over time, which other attractions, maybe even non-intense attractions, adopt that policy. Okay, that was a long rant. I did not see any signage, so evidently still allowed on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Say hi to the goat at night. Nighttime goat. Made it back over to TTC now. Took the monorail out. Took the resort monorail out. Seemed a little quicker. Ooh, it's double monorail. Look at that. Nice. Very, very nice. That's going to do it for today. Kind of interested to see how the next, series of days, weeks, months, years pan out on being allowed to film on attractions. Honestly, I think the main reason that Space Mountain kind of jumped out to be the first one to really heavily allow any recording, whether it be phones or video cameras or anything, is because it's kind of an intense ride, and if you drop something, it could shut the ride down. That goes pretty much any ride, but you could, hit someone below you that's on another track below you. So I would imagine other attractions are going to follow suit, and maybe possibly all rides. I wouldn't be surprised, and honestly, it wouldn't even bother me if that becomes a thing. But while it's allowed, I'll film on what I can film on, if I so choose. But Space Mountain, the first one. Major news. But as of this moment, I can still film the Mickey Power Pole. That is allowed. And pretty much every other ride. Except I don't think they really want you filming on Rock and Roller Coaster. I've filmed on it before. A lot of the gray areas when it comes to what you can film on and what you can't. Expedition Everest. Yeah, that'd probably be the next one. Even though I filmed on that one probably 100 times. In fact, one time I did 15 rides in a row on his 15th anniversary last year on Everest. And I filmed and there wasn't an issue. But I also filmed 30 times in a row on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at Disneyland. 30 rides in a row a few years ago. It's pretty awesome. And there was no issues filming. So you just never know. But now they're making it painfully obvious. Space Mountain. Filming on that is a thing of the past. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.